Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And if at any point this message resonates with you, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe, or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say that I will soon be opening up private readings, private cowrie shell divinations for those of you who are interested. As you all know, these readings are collective, and I would like to offer an opportunity for you all to get a more personal reading, an in-depth reading on your journey that is very specific to you. And I will place the information in the description box below if you're feeling called to take that journey. And with that being said, I've been getting a lot of downloads. I was tempted to start this reading early, but I've pulled some cards to see what the energy was. And I can feel that you've been wandering in space. And not necessarily as if you're an astronaut. This has more to do with your spirit, embracing the other energy, the other side of town, and embracing that, nurturing it, absorbing it. And what I will do is I will look into the stones to see exactly what the messages are. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest has to do with your devotion, where your heart is, and it's right in the other world. And if you have listened to my reading from a few days ago, I spoke about being in isolation. And I can see right here, because the doll is facing down, you're no longer in the same position as you were a few days ago. You're descending. You're making your way down, acclimating you back into the 3D. But you're leaving your heart behind. Not to say that you're not associating with this world. You're in transition. You're descending through this paradigm or through the dimensions right now. But your heart knows what it knows and loves what it loves. And your devotion is to the other side. Your devotion is with your spirit guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, however you describe it. And they have kick-started this transition for you, pushing you along your journey. Because your medicine, what you're here to do, what you're here to deliver, must be accomplished. Must make its way down to the paradigm in which you live in. And along with your dissension, your guides are right next to you, supporting you, nurturing you, guiding you in the safest way, as if they're a hall monitor, ensuring your success to this paradigm. And you're embracing it. You know that this is a part of it. You know that you've been in hermit mode, in this incubator for a while now. And they're allowing you to stay in this space while migrating you to where you need to be. And as they usher you down, the ancestor stone is here. The mineral stone, along with the obstacle stone, is right at the head. And this cluster of stones is very unique. And I'm trying to translate this. Your ancestors are guiding you where you need to be. And you're being able to hold on to the visions, hold on to the dreams, hold on to the messages as they came to you. However, they're also making note of the challenges that are ahead of you. And this may be why you stayed where you were so long, avoiding this very thing, which is the obstacle. But you cannot stay there and dispense your gifts. It doesn't work that way. And what I will do is I would like to see what is this particular gift is about, because it's coming down with you. You're not coming down to this paradigm alone. You're coming down with your gifts. You're coming down with your ancestral team guiding you. And I would like to see what is this gift about that you will soon dispense to the paradigm in which you live in. Okay, the cards that came out were death to the ego, outside influences, and molecular level. This is very profound and it's very complex. You're going through a metamorphosis because there's something within your DNA that knows a certain set of secrets, a certain set of ancient wisdom that is not outside of yourself. It's within you. And you have minimized outside influence to maintain the purity of this information. But a part of that has to do with the fact that you're still a human. You're still going through a human experience, which requires you to lay death to your ego, requires you to be humble by the very task that you've been called to do. Without a shadow of a doubt, you can live in ego with knowing that you are the chosen one. You have been touched by the other side in a way that most people have not or will not be touched in. And you have to contort that. You have to get rid of the ego, because in order for the healer within you to take its proper seat, you cannot sit in that hierarchical position as if you're better than the rest, as if you're above the very people who are in need of this sacred information that is coming down with you. So that's why this dissension process is taking its time as it goes from one dimension to the next. And it will take shape very soon, because July came out in the cards. This is not an overnight process, and you may see the fruits of this materialize come the summertime. Some of you, it may happen sooner rather than later. And that's what the obstacle is presenting, is the metamorphosis, is the transitional process of you being one, a human, and also a highly spiritual being, carrying very profound and sophisticated information within you, in your bag of goodies, that will create radical change in terms of your creativity, because there's no way you can provide this information in its purity, in its face value. It doesn't work that way. Your job now is to figure out how best you can deliver what it is that you carry, so that it can be digestible to the people. This is turning an apple into applesauce. This is you translating the downloads and the information that's within you in a way that the people can receive it. That's why radical change is here, because it cannot stay in its original form. You must transmute this so that it can heal the very earth that it's meant for. This is your responsibility. And as you descend, take this time to process the frequency you're landing in on. Process the vibration of the consciousness you're landing in on. What I can see here is as if a plane is coming in and landing in on the drive. You may experience some turbulence as you begin to pull down the brakes. But as you do so, the flight attendant make aware to the people to keep their seatbelts on, to stay seated so that they can have a safe landing. This is the same analogy that this message is bringing into me. You're about to land the plane. And in order for the people to receive their healing, you must make note of what it is that they need to do in order for them to properly receive this message. Wow. That is very profound, very intense. And at this particular time, what I will do is I will shift the energies from this very powerful and very potent message to see what other messages that the higher energy would like for me to share with you all. And if at any point this message has resonated with you so far, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. Okay, the cards that came out, give me 1 second, they fell down. Okay. The cards that came out were merry-go-round, decoding ancient wisdom, and intimacy. You're breaking cycles. You're breaking generational curses. You're getting off of the familiar and stepping into the unknown. And a part of doing that is decoding the ancient wisdom that came in with you. And this will require you to have a different level of vulnerability, a different level of intimacy with the very people that are closest to you. And this will ground you in your power. This is the very thing that will give you the authority that you've always longed for. Being a person of power here in this paradigm. You're no small, you don't play it small. You have a very big mission. You're a very big person. And this speaks to your spirit. Your physical persona or your personality is not the same as the bigness of the energy and the magnitude of the very consciousness that you embody. This is very potent. This is very powerful. This is about ancient wisdom that is buried deep within your core, that's making its way out into this dimension. And you have to see the power in yourself. That means you cannot play it small anymore. You cannot allow yourself to minimize yourself. That's why things are not the same for you anymore. The people that you were connected with before this hiatus, before this section that you were in, is going to be different now. But you must be vulnerable enough to allow others to be where they are without judgment, without harsh criticism, so that you can deliver what it is that you need to share with the people. You need to be a nurturer so that it can create a very powerful relationship or relationships with the community that will send you on yet another journey, another adventure. Because you're doing it in a new way, a new style. Taking actions that you've dreamt about. Taking actions that were on your agenda for a very long time. You will start to see those doors opening. The spiritual visions that you've seen yourself as are finally about to come in fruition. You will now see what steps that you need to take. Those doors that you may have done this before. You may had dreams or things that you wanted to do before that didn't quite make a proper landing, that didn't properly cultivate themselves. They probably fell belly up, probably fell flat. But now, in this new energy, you will see the fruits of it. Don't throw in the towel on the dreams that you previously had. Try to reframe them. Cultivate them, because the doors will soon open. And the energy will be there, waiting on you as the healer. You finally stepping into your home. This is a welcoming of you as the new version of yourself, fully, unequivocally standing in your power in all that you are. Period. All right, you guys, that was a very, very, very unique message. Thank you all for joining me in this healing circle tonight, sharing your energy with likes and your comments and your stories. I'm so grateful that you're joining me, and the Spirit is aligning you with the right messages. And with that being said, I will close this healing circle for tonight, and I will see you at the next healing circle.